It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. And the pregame warm-ups wrapping up out there in Cleveland, where it'll be the Cavaliers against the New Orleans Pelicans. And for New Orleans, they've got an opportunity tonight to sweep the season series 2-0. The coaching staff commented that they feel confident coming into this one. Really powering through this last leg of the season, Shaq, this late in the game, are there any final adjustments that the top teams can make before the playoffs start?
Yeah, you got to polish up your rotations. And if the guys absolutely need rest, give it to them, Ernie. Take a nap like this.
Take a nap.
He's really sleeping.
I see.
He's really sleeping.
As long as he doesn't snore, he
is really legitimately sleeping.
It's amazing.
He mentioned it, fell asleep, just like that.
He's got, everyone has a different mental state, as Shaq just showed. And for the playoffs, you have to have a really good one. And there's a lot of sleeper teams in the playoffs still left. And I have a sleeping bunch here. Back to you, Kevin. I'm kind of tired, too.
So precious is yours, is mine. And look at the time, my God. So precious is yours, is mine.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, our game analysts, and from the sideline, David Aldridge. Looking at the last game for the Cleveland Cavaliers, it was a win against the Charlotte Hornets.
And sometimes in that hostile environment, it is hard to stay true to who you are. But give them credit, they did, especially on offense.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, a testament to how level-headed this group is. Nice job executing on the offensive end of the floor.
Doris, two terrific defenses going at it tonight. Most people expect a low-scoring contest. How do you go about getting points in a game like this?
Well, against high-caliber defenses, one thing you have to do is be patient, work your offense into the second and third options, but most importantly, Kev, you've got to take care of that rock.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. The bigs inside, Davis and Cousins. Tony Allen is out there with Holiday, and it's Miller in at the small forward. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Love. Five on the clock. Holiday with the three. Cavaliers with the rebound. Their last encounter was in New Orleans, where they were able to handle the Pelicans.
And, guys, we often hear the argument offense is the best defense, and that was the case for them.
Well, you can't really argue when they're executing like that. It was really perfect offense.
Rose can't hit. Cleveland on defense. And Holiday kicks to Allen. Down low, here's Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
Yeah, dynamic finish by Cousins. Not a freak athlete, but he's a gamer for sure.
Outside Thomas. Over in the corner, Rose. Thompson, a screen on Allen. Here's Rose. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J.
And he'll take that. The nice, easy mid-range jumper, first bucket of the day.
A pretty good way to start the game, right? The defense has to be more aggressive, keeping him away from that area of the floor, or it's going to be a long night.
Here's Allen, following the score by Derrick Rose. Outside Holiday. Cousins trying to free himself up. They grab their own miss, and it's Kevin Love with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can live with those over-the-back calls sometimes because at least it's an effort play.
Right, because you'd rather have guys playing aggressive and physical than being too timid.
Now here is Holiday. He's coming off a 19-point game against Portland. Got freed up. Nice work off the pick. Miller's got his first 3 points of the game.
There's a chance he could go for a big game if they don't beat him up on the perimeter.
Here's Thomas. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good.
I'd say if Tristan Thompson sets a hard pick, you will feel its impact.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to talk to Alvin Gentry a few minutes ago. He said the big thing is we cannot play hero ball. We've got to be unselfish and trust our offense. We'll see if they can turn the tables around and even up this season series, Kevin. Back to you.
David thinks sounds like he's prepped his guys on how to handle this opposing defense.
And no surprise there, because they're facing a team that can win games with its defense. They are an aggressive bunch from the start.
No, it's so true, Greg, because make a mistake and this team will capitalize. They need to keep a tight handle on the basketball and limit their turnovers. Boy, all sorts of space around him. If he can't hit those, the defense not going to worry too much about him.
LeBron against Miller. Love outside. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Love's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And Holiday kicks to Cousins. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it.
And here's Rose outside, and another three for Cleveland. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. And Holiday kicks to Cousins. And there's the pass to Davis. And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Greg, from his one-and-done season at Kentucky, leading college basketball in block shots, we knew Anthony Davis could dominate defensively, but did you have any idea he'd be this good offensively?
None. I mean, with his length and athleticism, you knew he'd have an impact as a finisher. But the way his shooting has developed, it has been remarkable. Now, granted, this was a guy that at one point was recruited to play point guard coming out of high school, but he's playing more like a shooting guard with his skill set.
Now here's Rose. He picked up 18 points in their last win against the Hornets in Charlotte.
Well, he just keeps rolling right now. What a terrific quarter for him on the offensive end. And
Davis puts it in.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
From deep. Love, no good. For New Orleans, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Holiday dishes to Davis. Back to Holiday. Passes it to Cousins. Over Thompson. Cousins, no good.
Well, it's not the defense that caused that miss. That one's all on him.
Love outside. Out to the right wing. There's Rose with the three. Kicks it to Love. Again, Love missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here is Holiday. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Cousins. It's good on the putback.
Just tremendously physical. Cousins not afraid to rearrange some furniture in there.
For New Orleans, their last game, a loss to the Trailblazers.
And the big problem, they got trigger happy. Shot a very low percentage from beyond the arc.
Yeah, I agree. It seemed like they were very dependent from the three-point stripe, and it made things way too easy for the defense.
Now here is Holiday. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Fantastic anticipation. Then he shows major explosiveness converting at the other end.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
He kicks it to Cousins. Davis sets a screen. Now here's Cousins. We saw him with 19 points his last outing.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Thompson, a screen on Holiday. Over in the corner, Rose. Pass to Love. Miller against James. The kick out to Rose. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for Cleveland.
And you can see how big a role the three-point shot played in their offense. They were determined to spread the floor and just kind of open things up through their long-range game.
And Cleveland making a change here. Wade's checked in. And a change for the Pelicans. Rondo's checked in. And LeBron James gets it to go.
Listen, Kevin, you can't fault the defense, but LeBron being one of the all-time greats, if he's locked in, forget about it. He's going to make the jumper. That's nice technique on the glass. You know, you leverage your position and your size to pull that in.
And stolen by Miller. And New Orleans pushing it up now. And Rajon Rondo, the basket on the assist by Miller. Rondo's got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Boy, just a step quicker than the defense, really. Catching them off guard and capitalizing well.
Now here's LeBron. He's coming off a 22-point game against Charlotte.
His passing definitely came into play as well, Kev. He was very unselfish, really kept the ball moving.
Now Rondo. After Isaiah Thomas missed from long range. Cousins with a screen on Thomas. Rondo kicks to Holiday. Rondo with a screen for Holiday. Here's Davis. And not sure what he was thinking there. Thompson passes to Love. And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
And one of the focuses for Cavs coach Tyronn Lue has been looking to integrate Kevin Love more consistently into their offense.
Right, because Kevin Love showed in Minnesota he could be a go-to scorer. In Cleveland, he's had to figure out how to be effective as the third option. But if you're Ty Lue, you want to keep your superstars involved and engaged, Kev.
Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. And now a 10-point Pelican lead.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. Of course, we've seen a number of aging players really change their bodies through better nutrition and improved fitness conditioning. Do you think we'll see more guys even extending it further, playing into their 40s in the NBA?
Well, how great would it be to see LeBron James play into his 40s? You look at a guy in the NFL, a much more physically demanding game in terms just of the hitting that's done in the game. Tom Brady approaching his 40th year. Incredible. And LeBron James would be the player I'd point to. There's a guy 6'8", 200 and whatever he is, probably 65 pounds, who every single day puts time into the process of keeping his body healthy. It's great. His greatness has been sustained, but he pays a price to get there, Kevin.
And Doris, you can change your body and you can change your game too as you grow old.
That's a great point. Think about how much of a low post scorer Kobe Bryant became later on in his career because the elevation, his ability to elevate, so different.
Great example. Now here's Crawford. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
And really focused on establishing dominance down low. And guys, it's working.
Oh, no doubt. I think they've controlled the paint. They've used their size and strength to get off any shot they want.
Yeah, and last season, DeMarcus Cousins moving on in that blockbuster trade. Really impossible to get equal value for a star like Cousins, but he was pleased, I think, to put all the rumors of being traded to bed.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And with Cousins, he found out that he was being traded to the Pelicans while at the All-Star game in New Orleans.
And it's never easy fitting in with another star like the Brow, but Cousins is just so skilled that you knew they would find a balance. And at the end of the day, Cousins seems to be happy with a team who's committed to him.
Ejuan Moore, he's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Rondo kicks to Moore. Davis sets a screen. Takes a shot at the elbow. Offensive rebound. Got a hand on it. Pass to Thomas. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Rondo. Dishes it to Hill. And Moore kicks to Davis. In the corner, it's Crawford. A three-pointer off the mark.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
And Holmes throws it down.
Well, you love Crowder's willingness to distribute the basketball. His vision allows him to set his teammates beautifully.
There's a minute 47 left here in the opening quarter. And Moore kicks to Rondo. Here's the screen. Here's Crawford. Here's Davis, and he uses the glass on the layup. Davis has got 11 points.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Smith dishes to Wade. Back to Smith. Holmes with it. Davis is there from 18 feet away, and that one goes long. New Orleans leading by 10. Rondo kicks to Davis. Shoots over Crowder. That doesn't go either for Davis. Well, Cleveland shooting 47% here so far. Outside Thomas. And the Pelicans at last season's trade deadline making the big deal for DeMarcus Cousins.
You know, you look at Anthony Davis being paired with Cousins, and certainly on paper you could make the argument that they've got the best 1-2 punch on the front line in the league. Two Kentucky guys, great size and offensive skill in terms of their versatility. If they can surround them with shooters and some perimeter defense, I think this group could be scary.
Well, you look at the Cavs offense, right? It's all about drive and kick. They put the ball into the hands of LeBron and space the floor with that shooting. It's a sort of pick your poison situation.
And Rashawn Holmes gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Crawford kicks to Hill. Davis sets a screen. Crowder with the steal. 34 seconds left to play here in the first. Thomas against Rondo. Outside Thomas to the inside.
Well, this is where Isaiah Thomas's ability to pick apart the defense. The man is the maestro at finding his teammates.
New Orleans leading by 6. Here's Rondo. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And Moore kicks to Davis. Shoots over Crowder. And it's off the back rim. No good. DeMarcus Cousins, he's been the guy making things happen for New Orleans. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. Back to the action after this word. And of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous, tremendous leadership.
I put all the pressure on me to be better and come through for my teammates. This is the position I put myself in. It's the position I put our team in, and as the leader and the guy that goes out there and make things happen, that's the way it's going to be.
Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example of how to take responsibility and lead.
And Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
Hustling on that offensive glass. That's led to a number of second chance points.
I don't think the defense has been very good. And right now they're letting them pounce all over them and get second chance opportunities.
So for New Orleans right now, they've got Etwan Moore. Davis is out there with Solomon Hill. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Crawford at the 2.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Rondo kicks to Crawford. Over Shumpert. Crawford, no luck. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Smith for 3. Drops in the tray.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Here's the screen. And here's Hill for 3. It's hauled in by Dwayne Wade. Wade's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Kept alive. Holmes passes to Smith. To Holmes. The second chance effort. And no good. And New Orleans will come the other way. Near the 3-point line. It's Moore. They get the rebound. And Davis can't get it to go.
Boy, the defense gets into his head and alters his release when he really doesn't have to.
Left side, Shumpert. There's the pass to Holmes. Screen by Smith. Just 5 on the clock. Wade misses. New Orleans leading by 5. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Pelicans do have their challenges, but Anthony Davis remains committed to winning in New Orleans. He said, I love it here. I don't plan on leaving. Yes, I fit into that old school category where I want to try to win where I start my career. That's always been a goal of mine. My goal is to bring a championship here. Kevin?
And David, loyalty does go a long way. Davis is a perfect guy to build your team around. He wants to win. Here's Wade following the basket by Anthony Davis. That's it, and the Pelican lead is cut down to 5 points. That time the bucket coming from Wade.
And you got to like the touch there from Wade inside. A polished interior scorer who knows how to get to his sweet spot.
Now here's Rondo. It's Davis on the wing. Shoots over Crowder. Davis can't get that one to fall. Cleveland's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Wade kicks to Holmes. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. That shot is no good, and he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Hill, no good.
Boy, a wide open look from mid-range that goes by the wayside. You can tell he's upset.
And Davis sends it back.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Fires from 14, uses the glass to drop it in. Davis has got 4 points this quarter. Doris, it's been said that you started playing basketball in the 2nd grade. How did your love of this sport become so evident so early?
Yeah, you know, I moved to the Jersey Shore when I was 7 years old. There was a park right next door. And, you know, I'm the last of 8 kids. My family didn't have a ton of money. But, boy, all I needed was a rim and a basketball. And I could spend 6, 7, 8 hours. My mother used to call me back in from the park to have lunch or dinner. I just spent my entire childhood on the hard court next door dribbling away.
Were you naturally good at it, or did you feel like you had to work at it, or did you just feel like I got a knack for this?
No, I think, you know, obviously when you play the games from 7 years old, you pick up on a lot of the nuance. And as in anything, you have to work hard at something to be good at it. And it didn't feel like work because I love basketball.
It shows even now. The Pelicans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
They throw good. Crawford.
Well, Cavs coach Tyronn Lue grew up in the small town of Mexico, Missouri. He saw it all at a young age, good and bad.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. The Pelicans also changing it up. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Hill. Miller comes in for Ejuan Moore. And Ian Clark subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And Coach Tyronn Lue credits the influence of his hometown on teaching him how to live life.
Right, Kev. He says it taught him the things to do and the things not to do in life. He was straight as an arrow during his pro career. Never once got a technical in 11 years of playing. Quite remarkable.
The Pelicans have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. And he makes the first. And the Pelicans making a change here. Holiday's checked in. And both free throws good for Davis.
Boy, how outstanding at the line has this guy been. One of the best free throw shooting big men you will ever find.
Love with the screen on Miller. Rose kicks to LeBron. Baseline J on the way. Rose, no good. New Orleans leading by 5. Miller outside. Count that one. Miller's got 5 now.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Green, the screen. The drive by LeBron. To the inside. It's deflected. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. And look now at a few years' worth of data. Some of the assist numbers under the microscope for Rondo.
And the trend that he's going through with his assist numbers dropping over the past few years isn't a good one. I don't want to say he's become a more selfish player because that's too harsh, but he's become a little too concerned about finding his own shot rather than creating for his teammates. He may want to rethink that.
Now here's LeBron, one of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game.
He hit 1 3 in the first, but the well has been totally dry for him in the second.
Miller against Green. Outside Holiday. The dish to Davis. Got a piece of it. Here's Cousins. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Outside Rose. He tries for 3. James with it. Love with the screen for LeBron. Off the pick, and it's Kevin Love with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Okay, now you've got to dial down the intensity a bit, right? That's his second foul, and we still got a ways to go before halftime.
Outside Holiday. Outside Davis. Over LeBron. No good that time. Good D by James. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Shot to end this cold run, and the dunk by LeBron.
Now LeBron James will inflict pain at the rim when he gets free like that.
Here's Holiday. Davis sets a screen. Holiday against Rose. Offensive rebound. Rose with the block. Cousins pulls it in.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Holiday with the 3. Rebound Love. Love's got his 6th rebound on the night.
His shot's off, but they're still winning. So hats off to his teammates for picking up the slack.
Pelicans leading by 5. Miller with the ball. Now Green defending. Got that bucket in no time at all. 20 points for Anthony Davis.
And the soft jump shot there of Davis. You got to respect his perimeter game.
LeBron dishes to Love. Back to James, and it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
And let's take a look now. Anthony Davis's numbers. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. 7th in rebounding, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively. And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. Now, here is Davis. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Portland.
You know, he was also one of their key contributors on the glass. His effort was terrific.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
Timeout, timeout.
And now it's a 10-point New Orleans lead.
Start it.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Doris, we talked about the evolution of the specialist, the pure 3-and-D guy, for example, who in that category are some of the best in your opinion.
Well, I'm so happy that Klay Thompson has evolved from a guy who believed coming into the NBA that he would strictly be a 3-and-D guy to a much more versatile scorer. But in today's iteration, I would have to say Danny Green won a championship for the San Antonio Spurs, doing nothing but absorbing the biggest threat on the offensive end for the opponent and then being able to make huge threes at timely opportunities. Patrick Beverley, another guy grinding it out, increasingly making shots, and of course, tenacious on-ball defender.
Cousins, the pass to Allen. Back to Cousins. 5 to shoot over Thompson. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. The Cavaliers trail by 8. Here's Green. Excellent D there from Allen. New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And Holiday kicks to Cousins. That's in, and he's 7 for 12 now in the game.
And his inside game is about as good as it gets. Cousins loves operating out of that low block, and there isn't much any opposing defense can do to stop him.
No problems knocking that one down. Green's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You hope that's a wake-up call for the defense, boys, because you give them that clean a look and it's over.
Clark kicks to Holiday. They double him with Green. New Orleans moving the ball around. Here's the 3. And Drew Holiday, the bucket on the assist by Cousins. Cousins has got 3 assists tonight.
That was a real quick comeback there. Both sides showing some range.
But both teams are pulling the trigger right now, showing great confidence from behind that arc.
Now here is Carter. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Rose dishes to Carter. Outside, Green. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Holiday, he has 7. Miller with a screen on Rose. Screen by Cousins. Clark for 3. Thompson with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 10. Here's James, and finished off by LeBron.
He could see it in LeBron's eyes. He would not be denied on that drive.
1:15 left to play in the first half. And Holiday kicks to Cousins. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Thompson outside. Rose kicks to Green. Over Miller. Green, no luck.
Well, I wouldn't say the D was exceptional, but it certainly was enough to bother him.
Holiday against Rose. Shoots from 12. Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got the lead up to 12 now for New Orleans.
I think you could see early on that he was really with a rhythm and flow tonight, and now he's really starting to take off.
Green with a screen for James. Stolen by Holiday. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. Clark for 3. They grab their own miss. Here's Cousins, and the rejection by LeBron.
Don't bring that weak stuff in here. LeBron always on the prowl to send shots back with force.
That'll do it for the first half. Pelicans lead by 12. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Alvin Gentry. Coach, you're leading at the half. What will you continue to emphasize to your team?
Well, I mean, defensively, we still have to be good. We got to rebound the basketball. And then we've got to continue to push the basketball and score offensively.
We'll see if you can keep that going in the second half, Coach. Thanks. Back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. This big mountain of a man is Shaquille O'Neal, and this hill of a man is Kenny the Jet Smith. It was a big-time first quarter from Anthony Davis. He had 20 points, 2 blocked shots, and 11 rebounds. What did you think, Shaq, about New Orleans?
Well, Anthony Davis, such a unique talent. His defense drew the attention at Kentucky, but he's become a terrific scorer. He showed a little bit of everything in that first half. I'm kind of jealous, Ernie. I wish I could do that.
And Kenny, what'd you see from Cleveland?
It looked like they were shooting threes blindfolded. Sometimes you could get cold, but that was atrocious. It was scary. But they also looked scattered out there, and I think that disorganization was the main issue for them missing those shots. They need to establish themselves better into a better rhythm in the second half and avoid relying so heavily on the three-point shot.
And that's all we can do for now. As the second half begins, we get you back to Kevin Harlan.
Welcome back, folks. So much to do here in downtown Cleveland. And East 4th Street, right in the heart of it all. Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
And how about that? Already through 2 quarters and some change, he's got a double-double.
I'll tell you, he took over the game in that first half, Greg. They really have got to find a way to slow this guy down.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. And the New Orleans Pelicans last season with one of the worst offensive rebounding percentages in history.
Yeah, I mean, it improved somewhat with DeMarcus Cousins coming in. But I think really it's the team's philosophy, though. They value getting back in transition more than they value a chance to attack that offensive glass.
The 2 stars, LeBron and Love, making up the forward positions. Thomas is out there with Rose. And it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue. Shots good by Miller.
That's unselfish basketball. Opted to pass up his own shot and dish to a teammate instead.
Thompson, a screen on Miller. James, the pass to Rose. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. That's 10 points for Derrick Rose.
Well, the awareness that LeBron possesses was on display there. He knew exactly where to find the easy look.
Here's Allen. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Miller against LeBron. And Thomas has it in the corner. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Well, you have to stay attached to Isaiah Thomas because in catch-and-shoot situations, this guy is ready to fire.
Miller against Love, and it's Miller penetrating and stolen by Thomas. LeBron kicks to Rose, and the rejection by Cousins.
Yeah, and you got to be careful with Cousins around. His shot blocking can be a factor.
Miller, no up. The Cavaliers trail by 11. Stolen by Allen. He dishes it to Cousins. He feeds it to Holiday. Back to Cousins. And the 3 ball is good. Cousins has got 20.
Great beginning to this second half. Now 3 for 4 from the field.
LeBron kicks to Love. James against Miller. There's the triple. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. Let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see which players have had the most success from the stripe this month. fourth, Isaiah Thomas.
And during that time, guys, he's been an absolute dead-eye shooter from the free throw line. His concentration just never wavers.
And Holiday kicks to Davis. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That one on Love. New Orleans shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. That free throw missing. Doors with so many one-and-dones entering the NBA. Do you think expectations are too high for these guys, especially from the fans?
I don't, Kevin. I think it depends on the talent that we're talking about. You know, I know Joel Embiid is a guy who didn't necessarily start right away, but when he was finally able to be healthy, it certainly didn't take him long to become a factor on the NBA level. No, I don't think the expectations are too high. I think these guys are accustomed to expectations, and frankly, their personal expectations are probably higher than ours.
I mean, look at the elite of these high school kids who have been playing like in front of big crowds on a big stage for so long. It's second nature to them, don't you think?
No doubt about it, Kevin.
Now Love, following the three-point attempt by Tony Allen. Here's James. Doesn't go that time. Good D by Miller. New Orleans leading by 15. And Cousins kicks to Holiday. Lets the three fly. That doesn't go either for Allen.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Holiday against Thomas. Love outside. For the three. And James gets it to go on the assist by Love. And that's 13 points for LeBron.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Davis dishes to Holiday. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Pelicans lead by 14.
Well, he's kept them in balance tonight. This guy's shooting has put them in front.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Greg, when you watch DeMarcus Cousins play, you can see the beating he takes in the post, can't you?
Yeah, and that's just how it goes with star centers with the size and activity of Cousins. Just like Shaq in the sense, big bruising centers are hard to officiate. Other players can lay into them and not even make a dent, but anyone else, it would be a foul.
Now here's Crawford. Isaiah Thomas unable to get his last shot to go. Davis setting the pick for Hill. Shoots over Crowder, and it's New Orleans scoring again.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Holmes sets a screen. Thomas passes to Smith. That one falls, coming off of Thomas's feet. 6 points for Smith.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Cousins with a screen for Rondo. Holmes with the steal. And it's Smith penetrating, and he got the whistle, so he'll have a three-point play opportunity.
You guys know that's the kind of play that can get J.R. Smith absolutely taking over for a stretch of the game.
Well, I'll tell you, for a long time, the reputation of J.R. Smith, not ideal. But, you know, a little bit of poor decision-making, unfocused defensively. He's really matured. He's gotten better on and off the court.
Morris checked in for the Pelicans. And J.R. Smith, a natural offensive. But Doris's defense has come a long way, too.
Amazing what winning titles can do. You start to appreciate what it takes to be successful. And you go back to his offense, though. A very good three-point shooter, even under great defensive pressure.
Here's Holmes. New Orleans knocking down that triple moments ago. In the corner, Smith with it. A baseline J. Yep, it goes in, and the Pelican lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from Holmes. New Orleans gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Davis kicks to Rondo. Davis sets a screen. With some arc, Holmes with the steal. There's the feed to Wade. Thomas kicks to Crowder. Back to Thomas. Holmes sets a screen. Thomas against Rondo. That's it, and the Pelican lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Isaiah Thomas.
It never ceases to amaze Isaiah Thomas's ability to score oversized.
Now here's Crawford.
That's his first personal foul, second team foul.
Davis against Crowder. Moore. And he banks in the layup. Moore's got his second bucket of the night.
No issues on that one. Good work all around.
Here's Holmes. The kick out to Crowder. Holmes, that's a screen. Feeds to Smith. And Thomas has it in the corner. Just 3 to shoot. It's stolen by Davis. And Rajon Rondo, the basket on the assist from Moore.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
Yeah, and the Pelicans, after making the playoffs in 2015, had some high expectations with superstar Anthony Davis, but last year was a bit of a disappointment, and it forced them to kind of pull the trigger and go out and land DeMarcus Cousins. So their fortunes now, I think, are going to be held by those two anchors on the front line.
Now, here's Thomas. 9 points in the game so far. Teardrop shot. He lays it in. Thomas got 7 points for the quarter.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Moore with it. Wade picks him up. Buries it down low.
Shakes his man by using exceptional use of the screen. I mean, from there, it's smooth sailing.
And here is Thomas. 11 points in the game. Six on the shot clock. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, Kevin, I know this. The energy with which IT plays with is infectious, and I love how hard he goes every night.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Pelicans leading by 12. Crawford outside. It's stolen by Smith. One-on-one here. From about 16, Wade can't hit.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And Moore kicks to Rondo. Screen by Cousins. Wade against Crawford. The Cavaliers pull it in. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Banked in off the glass. Crawford's got 6. The Cavaliers trail by 14. Now, here's Thomas. He's got 13. Pass to Crowder. It's stolen by Davis. Left side Rondo. Over Thomas. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. For New Orleans, they have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. And that one falls for Davis. Ramon Shumpert is checked in for the Cavaliers. Rose comes in for Isaiah Thomas. And a change for the Pelicans. Clark, he's checked in for Ejuan Moore. Wade outside. Over Clark. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Cousins has got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Outside Rondo. The baseline J. They get it again. Davis. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
Man, look at how well the defense does to cut his path to the basket. Comes up empty on what might have been an easy play.
Wade outside. Rose kicks to Wade. Back to Rose. Puts up a three. The shot, no good.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Offensive rebound. And Cousins gets it to go. Cousins has got 7 points here in this quarter.
One of the most prolific scoring big men in the game. Cousins getting his tonight.
Rose kicks to Shumpert. Three-pointer. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. Inside, here's Cousins, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Cousins has got 9 points here in the second half.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I'll tell you, you've got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
There's Rose with the three. Rose can't get that one to fall.
Well, despite his struggles from the field in this period, you know he's going to keep asking for the basketball.
Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
And when you're on the road, this is how you silence the crowd. Tremendous all-around play.
Man, it's not easy building a lead like this on the road, Greg, but they have been lights out throughout this game.
Rose gets a wide-open look, and he's good on the three ball. Rose has got 13 points.
Building confidence in that deep ball. 1 from distance in the first, 2 in the second.
Here's Cousins. Shumpert with some nice deep. The Cavaliers trail by 19. Rose attacking, lays it up off the glass. 15 points in the game.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Now here's Crawford. 6 points for him. Off target with his three.
As long as they can hang on to this lead, he won't have to answer for what's been an off night for him.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Wade, right side. Outer dishes to Shumpert over Crawford. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got his 16th rebound on the night.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Back right after this. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with head coach Alvin Gentry.
I'm telling you, it's all about learning, okay? It's all about learning. If you play hard and compete and don't play constant, I don't care how many mistakes you make. I promise you that, okay?
It's a teaching mode right there. Good bite with Alvin Gentry, letting his guys know just try to get a little bit better each time out.
Yeah, I mean, developing players, molding their games, it is not easy. It takes a great deal of patience.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So for New Orleans right now, the star big men pair of Davis and Cousins are up front. Allen is out there with Holiday, and it's Miller in at the 3 slot. Back to Rose. And it's rebounded by Drew Holiday. Pelicans leading by 19. To the paint and stolen by Love. It's stolen by Davis. And Holiday kicks to Miller. Pass to Cousins. Outside Holiday. Pass to Davis. The kick out to Holiday. Just 5 on the clock. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 3 assists tonight.
I'll tell you, they're willing to give him that shot, and he takes advantage of it.
Over in the corner, Rose. Rose with another miss. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from 3-point range here in the fourth. Allen passes to Miller. Kicks it to Holiday. And stolen by James. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Boy, when James is operating on the block like there, it's a thing of beauty. How far has his interior game come since he entered the league?
Now here is Holiday. He kicks to Allen. Dishes it to Cousins. Back to Allen. Doris, we know coaches need to win to keep their jobs. However, they need great players to win, which falls on the shoulders of a general manager. So why are more coaches fired for poor team performance than GMs, you think?
You know, I think what's fascinating to me, and this is a supposition I've heard other broadcasters talk about, which I believe should be instituted. Instead of just showing the coach's record on national broadcast, why don't we include the record of the GM? Because the coaches are not ultimately responsible unless they're responsible for both jobs, which we do see on occasion. But to me, the general manager has a significant role to the win-loss record, and both should be included.
And maybe when the owner says, hey, I'll pick the coach, it doesn't affect you. But if you pick the coach, you're tied with that coach. You're joined at the hip.
Great point. Great point.
Love outside. Outside Rose. Thompson in the corner. Back to Rose. Out of bounds. New Orleans will take possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Thomas checked in for Shumpert. The Pelicans have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Allen kicks to Davis. Allen, a screen on Thompson. Davis dishes to Allen. Davis setting the pick for Allen. Again, Allen missing. Cleveland's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. A good look from Rose. Hits the target from 18 feet.
Everything in rhythm that time, Kevin. When Rose is confident with the jumper, he can be so dangerous.
Outside Holiday. And there's the pass to Cousins. Fires from deep. That's good from Holiday on the assist by Cousins. Cousins has got assist number 5 here tonight. Outside Rose. To the inside. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. Love the pass to LeBron. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Cousins. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's LeBron over Miller. James with another miss.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And Holiday kicks to Allen. The kick out to Holiday. Davis sets a screen. Here's the floater. It doesn't go for him. Good D by Thompson. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. It's Thomas outside. Pelicans with the rebound. Davis has got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. Allen dishes to Miller. Cousins with a screen for Holiday. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
Boy, excellent team basketball. Use the screen to free himself up and drill the jump shot.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
The kick out to Rose. Doris, I've heard you talk often about instituting a play clock from the very beginnings of someone learning the game of basketball.
Kevin, I think this is absolutely critical to the future of the game of basketball here in the United States, because the Europeans right now, from the formative stages, from the youngest someone picks up the game of basketball, play under duress of the shot clock. And the reason that's important is you must be a 3-tool player to play under duress of the shot clock, meaning you've got to be a triple threat. You've got to be able to pass it, dribble it, and shoot it. And to do that with the pressure of a shot clock leaning in on you from those earliest moments is significant. And I know I have the backing of guys like R.C. Buford. and Rick Carlisle. They believe, more important than me, intelligent basketball people believe that in the United States, we must institute a shot clock from the time guys and young women pick up the game.
On offense, here are the Pelicans. They're on a 16-7 run. Kicks it out to Allen. Lets it go with a three. Buries the long-range jumper. Allen's got 9 points now in just the second half. Outside Thomas. Ring shot on the way. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting. New Orleans has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Here's Clark. Moore outside. Screen by Asik. And it's Moore penetrating. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Love right side. Love with another miss.
Boy, he hasn't given them much of anything tonight. He's got to look for his own shot a little less and keep the ball moving.
Hill passes to Clark. Allen outside. They set the pick. Launches it. No good from Clark.
Yeah, coming off that screen, wide open, just can't convert.
I think, Greg, that's exactly what you want. The screen was solid. The execution just fell a little bit short on the shot.
The Pelicans have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the fourth, exactly 50%. Screen by Asik. Hill a screen on Green. And Moore kicks to Hill. It's Allen on the wing. Defended by Carter. 6 to shoot. Nice job coming off that screen. And that's now 11 points for Allen.
Crafty move. He recognizes the size disadvantage, and the mid-range is close enough.
I'll tell you, that's really clever because it's not easy to get that mid-range off over a guy who's got a size advantage. He made it look easy.
Now here's Allen following the miss by Kevin Love. From deep, Moore. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Love's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Cleveland moving the ball around. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Well for New Orleans, shooting it well here in the fourth quarter, 50%. And Hill, the bucket on the assist by Allen.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Near the three-point line, it's Thomas. A second chance effort, and Asik sends it back. Wow!
Struggling to make shots this quarter and making it hard to catch up.
Clark for 3. Offensive rebound. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. And that's 13 points for Tony Allen. Doris, wearable body tracker, such as sensors the teams use to determine stress load on players' bodies, how much they run during a game, during a practice, how fast they're going. Are we taking this thing too far?
You know, it's an excellent question. Listen, technology is increasing to the point where these teams now have a greater body of information with which to work. So I think just like we see in other areas of the game, analytics relative to team success, what's a good shot, what's a bad shot, the more information, the better. I think it comes down to an organizational decision. How much stress will we put on the information given by these particular body tracking monitors? I think it's got to be on a case-by-case basis. Certainly, the organizations will use it to the best of their abilities.
But if it helps the game, helps the players stay healthy, gives teams a better compass on how to use the players, I'm all for it.
Me too, Kev. Me too.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And Asik is relentless in how he pounds the glass. A long-arm 7-footer who judges misses well.
Now here's Thomas. On the wing, Shumpert. Back to Thomas. They need this. Gets that one to fall. That's his 6th field goal. He has shot the ball 12 times.
Well, Isaiah Thomas has a great stroke. The guy can fill it up from downtown.
Moore dishes to Hill. Back to Moore. Allen outside. He feeds it to Hill. Over Green. Hill, no good. Well, Cleveland shooting an appalling 26% in the fourth quarter. Here's Thomas. Again, Thomas missing. Well, for New Orleans, shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for New Orleans.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47.
And you know, this is a win they wanted badly, guys. They did not want to get swept in the season series.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Anthony Davis.
I think his steals tell the story. This guy was a disruptive force, and I don't think you can underestimate how important it is for a team to have someone in that role.
Now Moore, after Iman Shumpert missed from long range. And Moore kicks to Clark. There's the dish to Usher. It's deflected. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Shumpert in the corner. Carter kicks to Thomas. Carter, the pass to Green. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Here's Clark. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Anthony, an impressive win, and it seemed like a collective effort out there tonight.
Guys come in and stepped up and played tremendously. So I just go out there and play with all my energy and everything I had in me and leave it out on the floor, and I'm glad we got the win.
Hey, Anthony, thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you, man.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.